What's up, people? Brother Brian. Back in the garage, coming back at you right now. It's been a minute since you guys seen me, I don't know if I've been busy. Maybe I've just been kind of busy and not really motivated. I've been kind of listening to music. I haven't really been buying much music. I've been wanting to get to the record store, pick up some more records and stuff. But man, I've got so many records already. Been fishing. Today's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. I'm not even quite sure what Labor Day means. If you guys know, I don't want to sound ignorant. Maybe I'm being too honest. I'm just being honest about it. I don't really understand Labor Day, but I'm off of work, and I believe like right now, I'm getting paid for not being at work. So whatever. My son came over today. We fired up the grill, grilled out some chicken wings, and I made some bratwurst. And he left, and as soon as they left, the neighbors decided to do the yard work. So, yeah, got that going on. I spun some records this morning. Iron and Wine. I played this record today. Fantastic album. Looks like it has a poster. I might have showed this here pretty recently, but it's called the Loser Edition, limited edition, first pressing on colored vinyl. Really? But anyway, this is what the album actually looks like. It's that translucent. It seems like it's very, very staticky. I've got a zero stack gun, and I ran this thing through the zero stack gun a couple times, and it looks like it still has a charge. I don't know if you can see, but there's like, I don't know if it's the material this thing's made out of. Whatever, it's got a charge, and yeah, the zero stack gun does work. Neighbors lawnmower, but anyway, Iron and Wine. It's a folk album. They're a folk group. I'm not sure what year this album is here. Doesn't really say. It says folk America sub pop type music. The date on this is 2024. It says 2013, so maybe 2013 was when the actual album was released, but this actual pressing was 2024. But I played that this morning. If you've never heard of Iron and Wine, check them out. I was in this mood. I get in this. I find myself in this mood a lot. I like the country type music. And then I played this album here. This is Big Bill Broonzy and Pete Seeger. This is a live concert that they did. And fantastic album, absolutely. It's kind of the folklores. You get like the storytelling, and then you get the old time music. This is on the Verve Folklore. It's got Midnight Special. We've all heard that song, the Midnight Special, but this is kind of a folky blues version. Backwater Blues. That's an old time from like back in the 1920s, and it's done on here by Big Bill. Green Corn. You guys remember that song, Green Corn? This Train is Bound for Glory. I mean, lots of good songs on here. There's a medley. Willie Mae. There's a rendition on here of Alberta. Kind of a blues version of Alberta, which, we're more familiar with Clapton. Remember, he did that song, Alberta, as well. But yeah, I spun this today. I had to, while I was cleaning, doing my laundry and whatnot. And then I played, not in this, I'm done, this isn't the order I played them. This was probably the last album I played today. This is Livingston Taylor, which is kind of a little bit more of an upbeat folk pop, kind of a poppy folk. This is on Capricorn Records. But this is a good album. If you like, this is Livingston Taylor, which I don't know. Obviously, he's related to James Taylor. Maybe it's his brother or something. But it's on the Atco label, Capricorn Records series on the Atco label, if that makes any sense. Still has the Atco inner sleeve, which is kind of cool. It says Atco right there. And then it shows all these other albums here. Fantastic. Which I love this kind of stuff, man. I mean, there's nothing like records, man. Nothing like records. Probably, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure what the order is, but I did listen to Heidi West today, man. She's like your Americana folk. You know, fantastic album. I listened to this, man. You know, Polly, The Division, Wilder Blues, Lament for Barney Graham, The Rich Irish Lady, Shut Up in the Mines at Coal Creek, The Wives of Usher Well. This is an old one. It says right there, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, 1967. This is an old, let me pull the record out. This is just a beautiful record. But this is kind of where I've been today. Just very relaxing music, man. The label on this thing is beautiful, man. I mean, it's a little dusty. I just spun it. I didn't clean it. But it's got that old-timey looking label. This is a 1967. It says Sharon, Connecticut. It's probably where this record was manufactured back in 1967. And I'm sure it's a very, very analog album. It's got some tape on the inner sleeve. I think that's cool. God only knows how long that tape's been on there. And last but not least, I was playing a CD right before my son came. And during the time my son was here, I was playing this CD here. And this is Harmonia and Eno, 1976. And I believe this is a concert or some type of get-together they did. But I had to stop, and the CD was skipping. And then I was looking at it, and it had like a big fingerprint on the CD, which I cleaned off. And I might actually play it again, because, man, I was really digging it. It looks like it comes with this here fold out. Let me unfold this, because I've never unfolded this. But yeah, look at this. Nice picture. I'm assuming Brian Eno's in there somewhere with these guys, or maybe that's Harmonia. I don't know. If you know, let me know. But yeah, very kind of an old soul place today. Been in the old soul, old country type situation. Something scaring Daisy. Hey, you guys want to hear a fishing story real quick? I'll give you a little quick fishing story. Yesterday was I went fishing yesterday. It's a very special day. Felt very spiritual to me. It's like I can't get into it, but it was like a very spiritual day for me at the lake. So I'm going around fishing. Okay, I've got my little bass fishing lure on it. I'm throwing this thing out. Bass fishing, right? I'm bass fishing. Running around. I'm walking around the lake, stopping at different places, and I'm throwing the lure. And I got to this one spot, and this big tree was hanging over the lake, okay? You know where we're going with this. This big tree, big giant 40-foot tree was hanging over the lake. And I went to cast my rod. And my fishing lure went through the tree. I had misjudged my cast. And it went through the tree, right? And this is like a fishing lure that I made. Okay, this is like a homemade lure that I had. And I really didn't want to lose it, but it's in the tree. The tree's hanging over the water. So I'm like jerking on this thing. It's hooked onto the tree limb. My fishing lure's hooked onto the tree limb, right? And I'm jerking on this thing. So I start shaking it kind of rapidly, doing like a shake. And then all of a sudden, I watched the fishing lure. The lure goes, it flies up in the air, right? And it comes down and it hooks. It hooks onto the fishing line, okay? Hooks onto the fishing line. I never seen anything like this in my life. So the lure's flying. It hooks onto the fishing line. The line's attached to this tree limb somehow. Somehow this line is attached to the tree limb. And the lure slides down the line back into my hand. I've never seen anything like that in my life. So I got my lure back. And Lisa was fishing with me, right? And she's seen this. She says, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And the line was still attached, so I had to grab the line and pull it free from the tree. It was like some type of Batman episode where he's sliding down this wire, man. But I got my lure back. I don't understand how my line broke. I don't understand that this wasn't like really thin line. This was probably like 12-pound monofilament line that just snapped. It just snapped, and the bait flew up and then slid down the line right back into my hand, man. It's amazing, man. Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Labor Day, whatever that means. To whatever, I don't know. But love you guys, man. Peace. Thanks for hanging out with me.